founder. He's the founder of Fun Kids India. I think he's the right person to talk about fun. What is all about Fun Kids? So, Mr. Rana, just share a brief about it, and then I'll introduce all the leaders on the platform.
Okay. Yep. So I'm just going to go live now. So,
Perfect. Sure.
so as soon as we go live, so we start with that.
Perfect.
Okay. I think we should be live now. So,
Yeah.
one second, just checking we're live. Yes, we are live now. Good. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming to this wonderful session organized by Rabia and with such a wonderful and eminent principals and leaders. So, Fun Kids India, I think it's better for me to just open the presentation quickly. So here we go. And I'll share my screen, and then I'll give it to Rabia to take the lead on that side. So here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen, and okay, I'll go. Okay, so very briefly, in a nutshell. So Fun Kids India is a safe, fun, and learning channel for kids and families, and it's an entertainment channel for age group from newborn to 19 years. Fun Kids India educates and entertains children by various fun and creative activities. It's a safe digital home for a child. Families can also join with the kids for a positive, fun learning time. So, and as you can see with me, Soumya Chandan and Asif Sheikh, they're kind of our brand ambassador. And you can watch the video and where Asif and Soumya are introducing Fun Kids India to audience. And this is me with Soumya, where we have revealed a very big announcement on 2nd of October 2020, which is India's Emerging Talent, De Hunar Ko Pehchan award shows. So where we award children under various categories, various talent categories like singing, dancing, acting, quiz competition, or spelling bee, which I think is very good for any schools to win this award. And they're international awards. People from London, America, all over India, Delhi, Mumbai, everywhere, people are participating in these awards, and it's live. We are going at the group stage at the moment. As you can see, this is a kind of a trophy. The award is First Fun Academy Awards. And so these are people who are already joined. So this Tarsh, who's a very good quiz master, Naira, baby face. And these are most popular shows where we make these a lot of music videos, shows, and primarily for the kids and families level. Nothing for the adult, just for the family level. So it's a safe channel for us. And then we have a couple of series, Motu Master series, and we have make some songs as well, which I think Ravi are going to play in the end, which is just made for amazing people like you.
And it's a beautiful song. I just heard Mr. Rana. It's just a beautiful song.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song with great music. Actually, the music is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. I think it's one of the best teacher songs I have heard, and we are very proud to make it actually. So these are all shows which we produce. And so these are the key things. I don't want to go into details. So this is my team. And these are contact us. So I'll just stop sharing the screen now.
Mr. Rana, why don't you brief all of us about that upcoming event, which is towards the award for the kids, actually, for the talent, for all the talents, basically. So just give a brief so that they can all, if they want, they can just register their kids also.
Yeah, that's a good point. So as you've seen that we have started this India's Emerging Talent De Hunar Ko Pehchan First Fun Academy Awards, where we allow children from newborns to 19 years of age to participate in the various categories, as I mentioned, singing, dancing, uh, best comedian, best acting, a Rubik Cube, best spelling bee, best quiz master, and other various categories, for these school from newborn to 19 years of age of child. So, and these are international award, as I mentioned. People from all over India and abroad are participating. It's primarily for Indian origin kids and for this age group, and people from the school from Delhi and everywhere they are participating. And we if you go to website funkids.in, you will see already hundred of children have participated, and it's a good for school as well. And from your school, if anyone from your school wins this award, so it's good and prestigious award for the school as well. Because I'm based in London. I'm actually, it's 6 a.m. in the morning here. So I'm just based in London. So I thought it's good for me to just join you guys here and just brief you with Rabia. So yeah, it's honorable award. It's for Fun Kids India and the parent company Child Learning Group. We have other stuff as well, but this is focused more on the India's emerging talent. And since COVID has come up, things have just gone in different directions for everybody. So we thought to give a chance to parents and children to, use this time wisely and make sure to learn something, to have fun, something to make sure that they don't get frustrated and create something amazing for the families. And of course, winning an international award is an amazing thing anyways, and it is a fun learning, and they will build a character. There's so many things they can do.
I completely agree to Mr. Rana. As we all know that students are getting bugged out with these online classes and everything. So they also need some kind of encouragement and motivation. So this is how the kind of Fun Kids India is actually helping our students and the teachers and the principal and the schools actually to actually keep them motivated so that they should not get frustrated. They're already frustrated because they're not able to go out. So that is I think this is the best way to show their own talent, because singing, this is a part of the learning activities also, and this is how will come out of their own shell, and for sure they will be happy and get very encouraged actually. So let's try to register as many kids as we can in this award event, so that they can feel happy and prestigious actually. So, so, Mr. Rana, thank you so much for such a beautiful and brief introduction about what all is about Fun Kids India. And I'm sure most of the educators and the school and our audience is also going to benefit out of it. So, without wasting any time, let me just start off with this new session now. And first, to start with the introduction of our eminent leaders. To start with, I'll start with Anu Arora ma'am. She's a principal for DAV Public Senior Secondary School, Delhi, experienced principal with a demonstrating history of working in the education management industry, skilled in communication, lesson planning, organizational leadership, sketching, and Adobe Photoshop, strong educational professional with a Master of Science, focused in textiles and clothing from Lady Irwin College. So let's welcome Anu Rora ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
being
much.
with us, ma'am. And next is Dr. Minakshi Nirula. She's the principal at Shemford Futuristic K-12 School, Oraya. 18 plus years of experience in the arena of education. Educator, coordinator, crafter, YouTuber, creative writer, calligrapher, Microsoft Innovative Educator, most famous teacher and concerned educator awardee, winner Tata Class Edge Classroom Championship, recognized for developing computerized record book, conducts community outreach programs for reaching the unreached. Wow, welcome. I really would like to thank you, Meenakshi ma'am, for
Thank
being with
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And here we come up with Nikita ma'am. Oh my God. She's another gem. Miss Nikita Kochari, an academician with over more than 2 decades in academia, having been involved at all levels: high school, middle school, higher secondary, and teachers training, both ECC, EET, and BET. She has received the many awards: the Innovative Teacher, Principal's Leadership, humanitarian, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, etc., from the various esteemed institutions, having successfully completed her Masters in Education and Masters in Child Counseling and Postgraduate Diploma in Management. She is also a recipient of Best Headmistress Award awarded by our ex-Education Minister, Mr. Vinod Tauran. She has been instrumental in setting up schools, designing school curricula, and working with officials in various schools worked across in maintaining standards of effective schooling, bringing in moral values, culture in the students. She writes for magazines and newspapers on all matters related with education. She is very active in taking various parenting workshops, counseling seminars for stress management in students, dealing with peer pressure, etc. During the pandemic situation, she had been extensively influential on global platforms, sharing her ideas on human values that can change the world. Weekly live episodes with Alatra Unites Creative TV. Moreover, she has been invited as panelist at various national and international levels to share her views and opinions on pedagogy, capacity building, COVID awareness, parenting, experiential learning, cybercrime, stress management, women empowerment, girls save girl child. So nothing is left, ma'am, actually, I guess. Nothing is left. And it's not enough. There's something more towards it. She has traveled extensively all over the globe, understanding various curricula across different schools, all across various nations for the same, and has proudly been invited as a speaker at many events. She is currently the principal of Arunodaya Public School and was founder principal of Narayana E Techno School, Kalyan branch from the year 2016 to 2019. She is an inspiration and a motivational leader, deeply loved by students and parents fraternity. Wow, thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. We really like to thank you so much.
You're very humble.
And
Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Rupali, another gem with us. She is the principal of Trinity International School and Junior College at Pune. She has worked towards giving the equally able students a platform along with the other children. Further, she has contributed towards making emotional intelligence and social responsibility an integral part of the school curriculum. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. That was so wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us. And now, without wasting any time, let's start the question and answer sessions. So, ma'am, as we all know, today we will be talking about the relationship between play and learning. So, the first question I would like to ask Nikita, ma'am. So, Nikita, ma'am, the question is for you. Can you please describe actual relationship between play and learning?
See, CBSE always believes in learning by doing things. When I speak about experiential learning, that means I should first do it. And playful learning is something, you understand in a better way. When we teach, for example, when we are teaching any student about the growth of a plant, but when we tell the student to sow the seeds by himself and see the changes which are at various the seed first, the cotyledon, and when he is sowing the seed inside to the ground and a sapling coming out, the leaves coming out, he is actually feeling the thing which is going through, and it is in a better way that he understands. The child understands and he understands, and then he is able to apply it also. So always, you should, whenever we are teaching, it should be in a playful manner. So this is it.
Perfect. Thank you so much for giving a very crisp and actual description about what is the actual relationship between play and learning. So I'll come back to you, ma'am. And the next question goes to Anu Arora, ma'am. So, ma'am, the question for you is, why is play important in the early childhood classroom?
If we look at play as in games, I'll come to that side of it. When a simple game is being played at home where we play, role play is there. घर पे खेलते हैं ना, we're playing house, doctor, patient.
Yes.
they're learning the roles of those people. They're learning their importance in life. They're learning a kind of behavior. So it's a kind of socialization, a kind of social development happening, a kind of cognitive development happening because they're understanding the role of that person. And also by imitation, they're learning a lot of things because early development, if you read about it and you study it, you will see maximum learning takes place through imitation. So when they are trying to play that role, they're learning a lot through the process, how to communicate, how to play that role. Then also a kind of discipline comes in because they know they are in boundaries. Yes, there are set rules to a game. So again, that is very helpful in the grooming of a child. He learns, yes, I have to go by the rules. And also he learns the values which are coming from that role model. So all these things come together. And I think what is more important in education is the personality development and learning of values, which comes very well from play and experiencing everything there. So little games they play, even if they're playing something like tag or something like, just even a little hopscotch game, they have a boundary to stay in. They know they can't step on the line. So that's how they learn how to follow rules also. So these are little things for small children, which will kind of, with time, get imbibed in them and they will be following it as they grow older. So I have talked totally in view of the little ones. And this continues, of course.
Very rightly said, ma'am. Thank you so much for such a beautiful, insightful information. Thank you, and I'll come back to you. My next question goes to Dr. Rupali. So, Dr. Rupali, the question is, what is the role of a teacher in early childhood program when we talk about fun, play, and learning? How does teacher get involved?
Teacher is involved. I would say mother as a teacher first, because learning and play starts right from the time of birth. So when it comes to teaching, the teacher can come as a mother, or when the child actually goes out to play and things like that, or to school to socialize for the first time. Yes, the school teacher as well. I'd like to narrate a small story here, wherein there was a child who was 4 or 5 years old, and the child was sick with some childhood, illness, and child kept lying in bed, but child did not have anything to do. So the father handed over a pocket compass to the child, and the child kept playing with the compass and was very curious as to how the needle always pointed to the north. So kept playing with it, and that developed the interest in science of child, wherein the child actually found out that there was a magnet in there and things like that. And this led to the child to being Albert Einstein, who went out to discover so many things and give it to us today. So a deep rooted play that came into, and it actually developed the child as a personality, as a person, and it had a great impact. So the teacher here can be the mother, the parent, a friend also, like I said, but they have a lasting impact, as does play in a child's life.
Wow, ma'am, that was such a beautiful story, a real life scenario, and I think all of us know about Albert Einstein. Thank you so much for sharing this piece of information. Once again, maybe we might have forgotten about it, but I think you were very helpful to remind us actually. Thank you so much, and I'll come back to you. And my next question goes to Dr. Meenakshi. So, Dr. Meenakshi, the question is, what are the actual benefits of learning through play?
Yeah, Rabia, this is a very interesting topic. First of all, when we are talking about play and learning, I would like to say there is a very deep connection between learning and play. When the children, they are playing, they are unaware that they are learning. And when they are really unaware that they are learning something and they are totally engrossed in play, they enhance their skills. And not only skills, I'm talking about whether it is knowledge, skills, or values. Everything is enhanced when the children, they are totally engrossed and they develop better memory as well. Because just when we are knowing that we are learning something, and we become very conscious. We may not retain that knowledge for a longer time, but as and when we are involved in play, we are enjoying. And when we enjoy, we learn a lot. I would just like to mention, as I have talked about knowledge, skills, and values. So if a little child, if suppose I have a little girl child, and if she wants, okay, I want a doctor set, I want to play with that, I maybe want a kitten set, okay, fine, I am getting the things for her, and she is totally involved in that. She is imitating me when I'm working in the kitchen. And when she watches my husband also helping me in the kitchen, she would definitely ask a question, why bhaiya is not playing with the kitchen set. And if when my son would also involve in that kitchen set, playing with that, then that develops the actually values of gender equality. When we are talking about some kind of the feeling that came into our mind about stereotype, gender stereotype, we'll learn about all those things. And since childhood, when we are developing these kind of skills in our children, so that is really having a long lasting impact on the child's mind. We need not to teach all these things at the later stages. So the child knows about all those things, knowledge, skills, or values, and even when they learn, when they play, they share their things. We teach them at the later stage. Sharing is caring. In our classes, when we talk about your well education, you should know courtesy and all these things, they will learn when they will be playing. And as you already asked one question to ma'am also, like what is the role of the teacher? Like being a teacher, it becomes my responsibility. I have to, obviously, as a teacher, I will not be just as a sage on the stage. I would be a guide on the side. I would be just facilitating the learning process. I should be observing the children, how are they behaving. And maybe sometimes the children are playing and I'm standing aside. I'm just watching them. How are they helping each other? And while playing, if any child will get hurt, definitely even I have seen the children, okay, let me take out bandage, I'll help you, maybe when they are learning while playing as a doctor. So there is a very deep connection in learning and playing.
Wow, wow. Beautifully explained. Really, thank you so much for such a wonderful explanation. And the way you shared about the real life scenario about your son and your daughter, that was actually, benefit, can benefit many people, because, we learn from our real life scenarios, we learn from real life experiences. And now the NEP coming into picture, I think, uh, I read an article somewhere that real life experiences will make a huge impact about the life skills and the moral values in the students actually, and it has to start from the early childhood. So I think, ma'am, now the question. So I'll come back to you, ma'am, and my another question goes back to Nikita, ma'am. So Nikita, ma'am, the question is: as we all know, we are doing the online learning. This is a digital world now. So
Correct.
there is a possibility that there might not be many activities at home or at the schools with us. So could be a kind of project-based learnings or experiential learning. So there are kind of, do we actually, are we ready to register our students in some other other organizations for them to learn other different activities which involves fun, which involves learning, which involves life skills value. So are the schools ready for this kind of setup as well?
Actually, Rabia, I'll tell you one thing. Not one thing. There are few things. When we started, this whole COVID thing started. We thought within 3 months probably the schools will open, because we saw Wuhan. Wuhan opened in 77 days. And then we saw the second wave, and then in control, we got a lot of videos that the students are coming to school in a very controlled manner. Where they are going through a chamber, and then there is sanitization happening. So we waited and waited. We thought in the August something will come, September something will come. November, we got a news that 23rd November we are supposed to open. But I'll tell you, Rabia, I always believe then when anything ends, it is a beginning of that. After the dark, there is a day. Okay. And during this 8, 9 months, Rabia, even in my pre-primary session, I have conducted Master Chef. I have conducted Teachers' Day. I gave links to my 10th and 12th students. They dressed up like a teacher and they went to the class and they taught. In each class, they went and taught. I'll tell you, I even celebrated Halloween Day. And if you see my website, there are beautiful photographs of pre-primary students enjoying Halloween. So I feel that it is innovative thinking, like learning by doing things and thinking out of the box. Now I am planning annual day. Would you believe annual day online? I got the inspiration from you how we are going live. So similarly, I'll be doing some recorded session and going live like this with the students anchoring. So this is I feel it is we are opening a new chapter. Like our eyes, they are the windows to the world. So now this windows a laptop, and this laptop has helped me to communicate to you, Rabia. Like you told me, we met on LinkedIn also.
Right.
And now, sir, which he is standing. Imagine he got up so early in the morning. I'm able to meet him. It is a new thing if you think in a positive way. Now we say the globe has shrunk, and we are meeting, we are discussing, we are open to so many channels now. I am discussing, I am learning from you. Of course I'm going to learn with learn and fun, and this will help me to implement some good things. In see, at the global level, the students are same. Playful learning helps the children to learn and develop new skills. It helps us to improve our imagination, even if we are online. In a class, if you see, Rabia, there are all sort of students. There would be some who are very good at studies in academics. There are few average, and there are few backbenchers. But I tell you, those backbenchers are always that imaginative, dreaming kind of thing. They would be doing something. And these children also are good. Like ma'am said, very good example about Albert Einstein. So those students who have imagination, we need to involve them. And this is a chapter which is opening, learning with fun. See, anything if I do and learn, I will understand in a better way. Gone are those days of rote learning. And this NEP coming up, I am very positive about it. I'm giving lot of webinars on that. I'm speaking a lot on it. And this is really going to be helpful to our students as well. So this is what I have to say. I feel,
Very nice,
any
done. Beautiful. So I think we all are on the right platform when we talk about Fun Kids India. I think our students can get a maximum benefit out of this Fun Kids India. So I would really request all of you to please think about it, get your students registered. First of all, with this upcoming event, India's Got Talent, and then maybe with the organization, because there would be a lot of activities which can be done online with the help of Fun Kids India. So that's all I would like to say. Thank you once again, ma'am. And another question I have for Anu Arora, ma'am. So, Anu, ma'am, the question is, what are the key principles of play and fun? Key principles of play and fun.
I would say it is very important that we incorporate play and fun into our classes.
Okay.
That is the first and foremost thing we must do. Because if children are happy, they learn better. I think it applies to every individual. If we are in a good frame of mind, our learning is better, our assimilation is better, everything is better, life is better. It's that way. It's a matter of being positive.
Yes, very
So
rightly said.
I think that is very important, that we are incorporating something or the other in the classes. Like I started with an experiment 2 years back. I told my English teacher, I found some beautiful songs in English for teaching English. Now there's a beautiful song which I had, very honestly, Netflix पे मैं series देख रही थी, and I heard that song in the background. And you'll be surprised that song played in a medical kind of series, Grey's Anatomy. You must have all heard of it. And it struck me that it was calling out all the similes. So I just downloaded that song and I gave it to my English teacher. I said, tell the children to learn it. And we played it in the class. And every child, the whole of middle school, fifth to eighth, they had learned that song, and we didn't need to tell them to learn the similes. So
That
it
was,
was such an experience for us
yes,
that, you didn't have to do anything. The children just knew the list by heart. And we used to play it on the screen with the lyrics running on it, and the children would sing along. So then my search started. I told my English teachers, I said, look for more songs through which we can teach. So looking for that, we realized there were a lot of poems which was beautifully recited on YouTube with visuals. So we started using those in the classes. So I have realized there are a lot of resources, and we can bring an element of fun into our classes, be it in the form of music, be it in the form of physical activity, be it in the form of dances. It can be anything. It can be anything. You can just do a bit of exercising. You can do something with your hands. A very good concept which has come from CBSE is the art integration concept. I have a passion for sketching. I don't know if you've been going through my posts. I have actually gone back to my passion since the lockdown started. So I've been drawing a lot. In fact, I started a page on Facebook and
I think this is the
Insta
right
because I was
time,
doing
ma'am,
so
to
much
actually
work.
follow your passions.
So actually, it became such a good therapy, such a good de-stressor for me that most of my free time, my table is always, it has a sketch sheet on it, and I'm always sketching or drawing something. So it's become like something I can't live without now. So that means children also have that creativity in them. I'm talking about an adult. Why not give that chance to the children? And unless they play and learn, I think we are putting them in a box. Let's put them out of the box. That is very important. I've been saying this in all my sessions that please don't limit the children. Don't draw that boundary around them all the time. Because I would say they are sick of listening to don't do this, don't do this. And as it is, this 9 months has been nothing but listening to don't go there, don't do this, don't touch that. So even in my school website, you will see we have celebrated all the days as ma'am was also talking about. We've had Halloween and everything. We've even had color days in the junior classes to recognize color. We've had a fruit market. We've had a virtual visits to various places. So children are enjoying, and plus we are putting up videos on our YouTube channel so that even to reduce the screen time, we can't just keep taking those sessions on the screen. So I leave it to the parents. I tell them this is the link. You can show it sometime in the evening, and they can look at the routine and maybe exercise also at home. Because we've been putting up a lot of physical exercise videos also. So we tell them do it in the evening, don't do it in the morning, because as it is, they're having an hour and a half of classes. I don't want them to sit for another hour and do it. So in the evening, rather than watching TV, if they can put that on, the children can exercise, do yoga side by side. So we're looking after their health also through play. So I think these things are there. And in senior school, I would say the tinkering labs are all about learning by play, experiential learning. What are we talking about when we say tinkering? We do tinker with gadgets, no? आजकल तो कोई नहीं खोलता. We used to open it up. I remember opening up the iron at home and looking at all the hot plates
God,
and things,
seriously?
and the
Wow.
mica sheet and everything. So
I
we used
know.
to have fun. खराब
Yeah,
हो गई,
true.
चलो इसको खोल के देखते हैं. So that kind of thing, we should encourage the children. आजकल के parents will say, no, it will get spoiled. You don't touch it. You will get the current. You will get a shock. You will spoil it. You will hurt yourself. I think let the children hurt themselves a little. It's okay. It's okay. I think the older generation was wiser. They let us get hurt. They let us fall down. They let us make our mistakes, and we learn more from our mistakes than from our successes. And today, the parents are somehow focusing only on the success. That is what play will teach you. Yes, we lose a lot of the time, but then there's a lesson in it. It develops a love for learning also. We want to better ourselves. That is the whole purpose of play in the classroom. And that is the whole purpose of learning. Because unless we learn to unlearn, we will never learn better.
Completely agree what you said, ma'am. Very rightly said, actually, and very beautifully explained all the thing. Ma'am, just a small question, one, because with NEP coming in now, I mean, the schools are, we are not sure when the schools will reopen, especially for the students, but it is all online learning. So, are we ready for the implementation of all the activity-based learning, fun learning activities in the curriculum? Are we, because the curriculum has to be redeveloped. We all know that the curriculum has to be redeveloped with the NEP coming in. So, have we set up certain a period or a kind of certain hours for this activity-based learning for the kids? Actually, not only for the kids, basically everybody. I think at the age of 20 also, 19 also, for the college students also, they also need some kind of fun-based learning. So have we already set up these activities basically in the curriculum, or we still planning is there? Or because I'm talking in as a whole, as all the schools about. So when are we going to start this? When are we going to train the teachers for this? When are we going to train the students for this basically? Because what I know,
Can I
we are.
answer this? Can I answer this, Rabia?
Yeah, yeah,
Can I
sure, ma'am.
answer this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Anybody, I mean, Dr. Meenakshi, Dr. Rupali, anybody can answer for, they can just join. You can all join in to
Join
answer.
after. See,
Absolutely.
the NEP has a wonderful guideline. By 2023, we will implement it to 50%. And within 7 to 10 years, that we have to see to it that 100% it is executed. It will take time. First, we need to train our principals, and all over the globe now, all over India, we are into that process of lot of webinars. They are training the principals. We are talking on NEP, we are talking on pros, and we are talking on cons, and we are trying to form a team altogether. So all important eminent principals, they will form a team. They will see how it is streamlined, how the curriculum will help. NEP says it is 5 plus 3 plus 3 and plus 4. 5 years, that is Anganwadi, and we say pre-primary plus 1 and 2. Altogether, 3 years, that is third, fourth, and fifth, and then sixth, seventh, eighth, and 9 to 12 will be one session. So what happens now? Earlier, there were different play schools. So different play schools would teach the curriculum in a different way. And once the child goes from this level and enters grade 1, into a school that was a primary, then the curriculum was different. Earlier, like for example, I'll give you example. Senior KG would teach cursive handwriting, and CBSE would say that we do not promote this cursive handwriting.
Yes.
Okay, running or cursive or Marriott Richardson. So now what will happen? And we have different boards altogether. We have SSC board, we have CBSE board, we have ICSE. So all follows different curricula. So what now is we all will streamline one thing so that the parent is not confused, and this will help our child in better way. So this is what is required, the need of the movement now. Need of the hour is that we are supposed to follow this one streamline. See, Rabia, if I am a parent, I would definitely want best for my child. Of course, if I have good amount of money, I would admit my child for IB board. But the end result is I want my child to become a good doctor or an engineer. Or some parents would definitely want that he should follow the passion. Why not music? Why not arts? Why not, as ma'am said, she's very good. She's fond of drawing. Even I am fond of sketching. So that is my passion, but I entered into teaching line. So now people will follow the passion. They won't have burden of math, because some students have phobia of math. They do not understand at a lower level, and then they are forced to do math at 11th and
Oh
12th,
my God.
or even
That's a
9th,
huge
10th
argument
also.
we have with
So
the
this
parents.
will, yeah, what a huge argument. And they are not ready, ma'am. Actually, what happens, there are parents who are coming to me. I want my child to take science because I know the career is good over there. And the child cries and cries in front of me. He says, ma'am, I'm not interested in math. I don't want to do science. I love arts. I want to do journalism. And here I have a Herculean task to understand the child and to counsel the parent also. So,
Nikita ma'am, I think
yes, this NEP will be very helpful.
I think there's some technical issue.
Yeah,
Can
ma'am.
you please check with your screen? The screen is on hold actually.
Okay, let me check
Yes, ma'am.
now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, this is a big task. We
Yes, ma'am.
principals
I
have to
completely
work.
agree because parents are not ready to accept this, that the fun, play based learning is important for the
Rabia, I'd
child to.
like to add to what ma'am said.
Yes, ma'am, please.
The NEP is a beautiful document on paper,
Right.
but
Right.
it's going to be a huge challenge to implement it.
Challenge. I
Because
completely agree.
today we are sitting with principals in the metros. We are not even thinking about the rural schools.
Rural. I was
Do you
coming to that point,
realize
ma'am.
how difficult it is going to be to take this there?
I
Where
completely
there are
agree.
no resources, there are not even rooms and tables and blackboards available. We are talking about schools where we already have smart boards, we have computers, every child has a smart device, we are able to hold online classes. What about the children who have no access?
No access.
We don't have the resources. Now, I argued with this even when art integration came in. You know, children don't have the resources. We ask them, you bring these sheets, we'll do this, we'll create something, we'll make something. Do you think a rural child who's coming from a very meager background will have all those resources? So we have to find ways of using things in the home rather than telling them to buy resources and be involved in these kind of activities. So even I encourage my children, I tell them use the waste paper in the house, but don't go and buy in the market. Try to use the material which you're trying to throw out of the house. Use scraps of paper lying at home. Don't throw them away. Use old bottles, use old anything lying at home, scraps of fabric, anything. Let's do more of those kind of activities where I think there is less wastage also, because ultimately we have to look after the environment also. We create a lot of wastage at times when we are doing these activities also. So we have to look at that side also. And I'm a very passionate environmentalist. I can't see paper being thrown around. I'm still making my notes on a reused sheet. One side is printed. Even in my office, I tell them whatever sheets you have printed, just leave them here. I'll reuse them, because all my writing and little jotting happens on these papers. So
SDG.
I think
Yeah,
Hope my,
Rabia,
we all
my
are doing
screen is
it. Many
visible.
of us are doing
Rabia,
it.
see, I will always use what are used papers, and I even don't like wasting resources. And this
Very
is a leader
honestly,
must show. When we
I
Yeah.
do
think we
it,
can, in
others
fact,
follow.
we have to do
reach
it,
out
ma'am.
to rural areas. I think we can request people like Mr. Rana, who is already doing so a lot for the kids. Basically, they can actually use some kind of resources to reach out to
Yes.
these rural areas as well, so
We
that the
have
certainly.
to
student
And
can
tune in
also
even
get
our
benefit
resources.
out
That
of
is
it.
very
Rabia ma'am,
important.
I would like to share something with you over here.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
you are
Please.
actually, I guess many of you are on microphone is on, so that's why there was some kind of disturbance. I would just like to mention over here, when you are talking about, ma'am has rightly put up, Anu ma'am, that what about those children who are in the rural area? So I would like to mention here, I belong to NCR Gurgaon, and wherever I'm working right now, that is a small place, Auraiya in Uttar Pradesh. And as and when on 26th of March, we started with the online classes. We did not wait for that. 26th of March was our first Zoom class that we tried. And finally, we just came to Microsoft Teams. And in my school where I'm teaching, I'm just coordinating with my staff. They were not having even laptops, the PCs at their home. The teachers were not having. So as it is rightly says, necessity is the mother of invention. I just explored. Then I finally realized, like, when the doors of the school are shut, the students are not there in the school, what are the PCs lying over there in the school? I just sent all the PCs to my teachers, and then I just trained them.
That's great.
When you are talking about what about art integration, what about fun based learning, daily we all teachers, to our team, we are spending half an hour daily about discussion about various strategies. We have started implementing NEP. I have been attending to various sessions. I have been exploring. I have been going through various manuals also. When I'm talking about integration, art integration, fun based learning, my teachers, they are getting trained. We are discussing and everybody is exploring different different areas, and together we are sharing our resources, we are sharing our learnings with each other. And as you already asked one question, what about the timetable? Is there some dedicated time? First of all, we are revising our curriculum also, that is really flexible. Earlier we were having a fixed pattern, maybe in our schools what we used to have in our almanac also, the syllabus was printed and we used to give it to the students. Now we are having it in a flexible kind of thing. We are working in Google Sheets, we are working in Google Docs, and together we are incorporating whosoever has some of the ideas, we just share together, and we just keep it flexible. And another thing, we are having one period dedicated for performing arts integration once in a week for each and every class, because that time our whole focus on that there should be some integrated learning. And we teach it, it can be art integration, performing arts, drama, theater, everything. And today is the 26th of November, 2 days ago, on 24th, we celebrated, it was a special day, Celebrate Your Unique Talent Day. And we celebrated it online. Each and every child participated, whether I would like to mention the youngest child of my school, who is 3.5 years old, has also participated in that online Unique Talent Day program. And they came up with the wonderful ideas. And everything was fun based. That is the learning only. When they are sharing their origami work, their art and craft work, when they're reciting poems or maybe singing, they are performing dance as well. So this is about integration. And here I would like to say, I have read somewhere years ago, but that is really applicable. That is 100% true today as well. Like children, they are given to us on loan for a very short period of time. When they come to us like, you say, packets of seeds, and we do not know about the potential, how will they act like, how will they behave like. And but our job is like a gardener, to nourish them. But before nourishing, we have to look at what exactly the need of that particular, I'm talking about child. When we are talking about various plants, some plants, they need less water. Some plants, they need to be grown in shade. Some plants, they need more water. Some plants need different kind of manure or the fertilizers. Likewise, our children, they are having their various learning styles. Let us first explore the learning style of our children. When we are talking about play-based learning, kinesthetic, the motor skills are developed, the language skills are developed when they are learning through play, when they are engaged in different activities, whether it is, I'm talking about playing with the various tools at home, or maybe it can be online. Nowadays, you see, the little children, they are having access to smartphones, tabs, and various resources. If we are providing them with various digital tools, there are so many learning apps available, as you're also saying, and I even Sir mentioned 0 to 19 years. You have covered all the children, like starting from when the child is born and coming out of the college, 19 years, you have covered each and every aspect. Teens are also included over there. So I mean to say, we need to focus there is a child within all of us. Even you have seen, you see, adults also, they're playing games, they enjoy, everybody loves it. Learning apps, various digital resources, let's explore everything and make the learning play-based. Why only for this early children? It is about for every year, every age group, I would say, every age group. Maybe if I'm 40 years old, if I am learning, if I will be getting some another way to learn through some games and all, I would definitely love it. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Very beautifully said. I mean, shared so beautiful views and what exactly you are doing. So I think your students must participate in India's Got Talent. I'm sure the students will love to show their talent there as well. So all the very best. And with I'll just yes, Mr. Rana wants to say something. Mr. Rana, please.
Yeah, I just want to say it's India's emerging talent.
Okay, India's emerging talent. Perfect. So by mistake.
It's emerging, right? So it's very important that we identify that emerging talent. So like Meenakshi ma'am ji, you said you had a talent show. Why not ask them to participate in our show? And it's amazing the way children are participating, acting, poet, dancing. It's going to be amazing. And one more thing I want to mention, we are going to starting the super fun class. So super fun class is going to be a very interesting concept. We're gonna start. We're gonna come to the school, take up a class, and we got a video jockeys, mimicry artists, singers, dancer. We have all of them in our team. So they'll come over and they'll entertain all the students, and they will have an amazing 1 hour session. They will just forget the world, and they will just get into this super fun class, and they were amazing stuff. So we'll pass on the detail later on. But it's amazing because the way we are doing, because our team of singing, the singer, dancer, they are just are too much to handle. There's so much of fun and learning.
Rana, share the info with me so that I can pass on to all the school principals, all the school teachers. Wonderful, wonderful. So Dr. Rupali, just last question, and then we will end up with a beautiful song. And so Dr. Rupali, this question is for you is, why is free play learning important? Free play learning important for the students, not only for early childhood, for all the students.
Free play comes with its own set of rules. But free play, when we say it still has rules, it has guidelines, but it is so designed that the child unknowingly and very seamlessly gets into playing those toys. As in, even if we take the simplest of the toys, that is the Montessori toys, it is free play. It is a lot of learning that is happening. It is self-guided, that the child on his own learns how to play that particular toy, and also there is a lot of communication that the child does along with his peers when they are doing that kind of play, and they learn through doing it. Maybe for the first time or the first couple of times they actually get it wrong, and then gradually they come up with the right ways of how to do it. So free play at all times is very important, whether it be the younger children or the older children. Yes, the children are always aware that there are rules, but when the rules are set in such a manner that it goes along with the free play in a very seamless way, then it can be done. Like we did virtual sports day. So virtual sports day was when the children could do the activities that they are good at from home. So we gave them these tiny challenges of a minute, and how many challenges can they do, or how many challenges that can they complete. They could either click videos and send things like that, and it got into a very healthy competition, because the houses or the children who could do more challenges in that much time, if they belong to a particular house, that house would get more points. So at the end of the entire challenge month, then you have a particular house as a winner, as it is during the sports day. So as we realize that yes, we cannot have a physical race, or we cannot have team games and other things, and children are still looking forward for some kind of entertainment. So virtual sports day was a very, very big success, wherein they could perform these small challenges, and thoroughly enjoyed, because their parents also got involved with this. So the parents earned points for the children's houses as well.
What a great,
Yeah,
I would rather say.
certainly, it's really very
That's a beautiful
nice.
idea, ma'am.
Beautiful idea, actually. Great learning.
We should also conduct sports day.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
awesome.
actually, we too conducted.
We will be doing it. That is what even I have thought about it.
Even I would like to mention, we, along with this virtual sports day, we do conducted a sports day, and even we celebrated virtual grandparents day. And when you are talking about fun-based learning, the little children, they taught their grandparents how to use Microsoft Teams. Dadu, Dadi, please come here on the screen. Now you speak. Okay, now you are on camera. Now you sit properly. And you see the little children, they are guiding their grandparents. It was so beautiful to see. I mean, they're learning from each other, and wonderful presentation it was. They were singing, they were chanting, and we have learned from their experience. You see, we would have arranged some kind of this grandparents day in our school physically, we might not be able to approach the grandparents, dada, dadi, nana, nani, who's ever residing at various far off places, even they were able to join through this virtual platform. We just loved all the presentation of all the grandparents, and it was just a wonderful combination presentation and all.
Wonderful ideas shared on this session today. And I think they're on the right platform, Fun Kids India, where, actually we can take a lot of benefits, and we can actually help our students to learn more through these activities. So thank you so much all, but please don't leave the session, because I'm just going to play the song by Fun Kids India. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Let's hear the song now. So let me just try to okay, Mr. Rana, you'll have to either make me an host, only then I can share the screen, because I found that song on YouTube as well. So I really want to share through YouTube actually.
Shall I share myself, or you won't do it?
If you want, no, but perfectly fine. If you want, you can share, please. That's all. That's all, absolutely fine.
Let me just go out of full screen. So
I wanted to actually share the video of the song actually. Very joyful song.
yeah, it is. So this is our a page you can see here. These are the people already participated. Okay, I have to share my screen first, I guess. So yeah, I'll start sharing my screen. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so this is, you can see people have participated from various school dancing category and all that. So now the songs is here. So it is the other song. Okay, so we have two songs, but I will play this one first, which is dedicated to amazing principals and teachers like you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy that. So here, I'm starting it now. Can you hear me? I think you should be able to hear. So this is a music video. हम आज जो भी बन पाए हैं आपकी मेहरबानी है, जो सपने सच कर दिखाए हैं आपकी मेहरबानी है, जीना सिखाया आपने होमवर्क के बहाने, ईश्वर का रूप हो सर्दी की धूप हो, तुमसे ही आगे बढ़ता ये जहां, ज्ञान के सागर हो सच के साथी हो, teachers, we can't thank you enough, teachers, तुमसे ही है जहां, teachers, we can't thank you enough, teachers, तुम ही हो मेरे भगवान। तुम्हारा शुक्रिया, तुम मेरे भगवान, लिखना पढ़ना आगे बढ़ना सीखा तुमसे, तुम्हारा एहसान है मुझ पे सदा, जीना सिखाया आपने होमवर्क के बहाने, ईश्वर का रूप हो सर्दी की धूप हो, teachers, we can't thank you enough, teachers, तुमसे ही है जहां, teachers, we can't thank you enough, teachers, तुम ही हो मेरे भगवान।
Wonderful, superb. It was just, I mean, each and every word was heart touching. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Actually, that is
Very
the
nice. Very
very
nice.
nice.
Amazing.
Thanks for
Amazing.
sharing it.
Yeah, no, I think it's important that, you know, even I'm a student, so I really love my teachers, because especially the school time was amazing, you know, for me, because I did my education in Delhi, and I still, you know, remember those days, you know, those times. So I think this is a Fun Kids India way to say thank you to teachers. And as you can say, it's sung by the Secret Star, so who don't want to come on, but he want to sing. So his beautiful voice, beautiful music, and I think it's one of the best song I've heard. And we are proud to make this for amazing people like you.
Actually, sir, by listening to these words, I could visualize all my teachers, my school principal. I mean, I could visualize them because
Actually,
you
yes.
see, there are certain connections, now. As in when we human tendency, as in when we hear something, so we can visualize that. So this is directly connected to our teachers, so we can visualize them.
This actually takes you back
Visualize,
in time.
imagining, going
Yes.
back down the memory lane. Definitely. That is that remembering all those past days when we were also naughty. In fact, I feel we got very good opportunities. Our children are getting lesser ones. So thank you, Rabia. Thank you, sir. Rana,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Thank
Wonderful
you.
session.
That was a
Thank you
beautiful
so much for
session.
giving us this opportunity. I think we've all learned from the interaction.
Yeah,
It's a daily
certainly.
learning.
Whenever we, you see, sit together, when we talk, whatever age group may be, we just learn a lot. Even we observe
Yeah.
children for some time, we learn so many things. So
Really,
right
really.
now we are interacting, we are talking to each other, we are learning about like how we are managing in our whatever challenges we are facing, how we are taking those challenges as learning opportunities. We are learning from each other. It's just such a
Every
wonderful
experience
platform.
is a learning, actually.
Learning is a continuous process. And
Process, yes.
yes, we are learning at every moment, we are learning. And who is open for learning, that will always grow. That person will always grow. You
Completely
restrict
agree.
yourself and you stop there.
Very true. Very rightly
Thank you
said.
so much, Mr. Rana and Rabia,
Thank you, ma'am.
and of
Thank
course,
you.
all the
Thank
panelists.
you for this
It's been lovely.
wonderful sharing
Thank you
platform.
so much for the
And yes,
opportunity.
if we don't learn, it is stagnancy. Then there is no life. So obviously, to live, we need to learn. Thank
Very
you.
true. Very rightly said. Thank you all. Thank you so much. It was a very wonderful session, and thank you all the viewers to support us. Stay tuned with us. We'll come up with more interesting sessions. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day
you.
ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, all
Thank
of you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much. Bye.
yeah,
Take care.
also
God bless,
last,
Rabia.
so other people will be involved, you know, in the future with your schools, if you want to participate. And you know, we're making the videos, a lot of videos. Any artist from your school, please, you know, send us across to Fun Kids India website, funkids.in, and then we're happy to entertain. And you know, any question, Rabia is there, and of course, I'm also connected with your LinkedIn, so we can take it from there. So it's just the start
Yeah.
of a wonderful journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just.